This is Best Way to Smoke Weekly News, and I'm Big J back with another one. Hey, a lot of people are accepting of what's going on with the Trump administration and how the Trump administration is moving forward with medical cannabis rescheduling, but we still hoping for recreational to get us passed though, man. So let's get into it. If you had a major political realignment in the cannabis community on your 2026 bingo card, go ahead and collect your winnings. We are tracking a fascinating shift in public opinion today. A brand new tracking poll by NuggMD and Marijuana Moment reveals that 3 in 4 marijuana consumers now support the Trump administration's recent federal cannabis actions. I believe that's just because it's finally moving along. To put that in perspective, late last year, before the administration issued the executive order to finalize rescheduling, a whooping 56% of these exact same consumers disapproved of the White House approach today. The script has completely flipped, with 73% reporting they either approve or strongly approve. Here's some of the numbers. Current administration cannabis action: 73% strongly approve, 20% neutral, 7% disapprove. Moving medical cannabis to Schedule 3, 86% strongly approve, 4% are neutral, and 10% disapprove. Man, it's a cold situation because we don't know exactly what's happening. Now, this is where we want to bring you into the conversation because this policy shift has some major layers to it. Let's break down the big questions this poll raises for the public. Is a partial win enough for you? The administration's historic move officially reclassifies state licensed medical marijuana from a Schedule 1 drug to a Schedule 3. While this is an absolute game changer for the medical industry, virtually eliminating crushing federal tax burdens and opening the floodgates for scientific research, it does not federally legalize recreational adult use cannabis. That's where we stuck at. We want to know what's going to happen with recreational cannabis. So, are you satisfied with the federal government taking a medical first approach, or do we feel like the partial rescheduling falls short of what the country actually needs right now? I want to know what you guys think about this, though. Does policy matter more than party? Historically, the cannabis advocacy space has leaned left or independent. Yet, this data shows a massive 115% net swing of favor of a Republican administration because of a specific policy action. In fact, the poll noted that 60% of respondents said they would support the administration's much more if it moved toward full legalization. What do you think? Does this prove cannabis has become a truly nonpartisan issue where voters will instantly reward whichever side delivers actual reform, regardless of political party? I think so. What do you guys think? Where do we go from here? An administration hearing process is scheduled to begin this month to look at potentially expanding these rules. Meanwhile, individual states with conservative legislatures are suddenly finding it much easier to pass their own medical state laws now that federal policies have shifted. Here's the final question for you guys. If you use cannabis or support the industry, what is the single most critical step the federal government needs to take next? Is it fixing banking access, expunging past records, or pushing full descheduling? All the above, in my opinion. It's all above, in my opinion. The data shows the public is giving the White House an incredible amount of credit for hitting this milestone, despite the immediate limits on the average consumer. Drop your thoughts in the comments and hit the like button. We want to hear exactly where you stand on the reality of Schedule 3. For your morning news with Best Way to Smoke and Big J, make sure you stay tapped in and follow us at Best Way to Smoke with the number 2. I will see you guys next time. Yeah.